Welcome back to Brick by Brick. Today we're going to be going through some of the LEGO sets that are retiring soon. I'll be telling you guys if I'd recommend investing in them. I'll be showing you guys which of these I have in my LEGO investing collection. So this is according to Brick Economy, and it's not always the most reliable source, but it should be a decent indicator of a good approximate time when LEGO sets are going to be retiring, and they give us this list of sets that are retiring soon. So it goes just in alphabetical order. We start off with the Avatar sets from the Avatar movies, and I haven't invested in any of these. I could see these doing well. It's a beloved franchise that could do well in LEGO form, especially in the retirement market. If you were to buy one of these, I'd probably recommend starting with a cheaper one and seeing how it goes, just so you don't put too much risk into it. Then we get a LEGO City set. I probably wouldn't invest in that one. It's kind of pricey, and it could do well, but harder to tell. And then we get to the Disney sets, and many of these Disney sets have performed quite well. I have a few in my collection. I don't have these three yet. The Jasmine and Mulan's Adventure, that one could do well, but generally it's best to stick with certain themes that we'll be going through later. Then there are a bunch of Friends sets. I don't usually invest in these. I don't know too much about them. I'm sure occasionally they can do well. They have projections, some of these, that, like this Paisley's House one, that by the end of 2024 it'll be up 94.3%. That may or may not happen, but that's a pretty good return on investment. Next up, we get to a theme that I am invested in a pretty good amount. We have a bunch of Harry Potter sets. The Astronomy Tower, Hogsmeade Village Visit, the Chamber of Secrets, the Shrieking Shack and Whomping Willow, Dumbledore's Office, the Collector's Edition Hogwarts Express, and the Hogwarts Room of Requirement, as well as the Quidditch truck, and yeah, there's a bunch of them. So each of these, I think, could do well in the post-retirement market. Generally, the LEGO Hogwarts sets end up doing pretty well. So if I were to invest in one of these, if I had the money, I would probably buy the Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition, because that's definitely more of a display piece that adult fans of LEGO are going to be willing to pay a premium for after it retires. I could definitely see that one doing well, and previous Hogwarts trains have done pretty well in the post-retirement market. But if I had a second choice, I'd probably buy one of these Battle of Hogwarts. I'd probably go with that one, or one of the other Hogwarts sets, possibly the Quidditch one, that could be good as well, but I think that those three would likely be the best options. Then we get to the Icon sets. So I have two of these in my collection, not of these, but two Icon sets in my collection. And I don't think either of them have retired yet. So I have the Barad-dûr, and then the Gift with Purchase, I think, is also an Icon set. But here we have the Atari 2600 and the Loop Coaster, as well as Holiday Main Street and the Eldorado Fortress. Between these four, I would probably go with the Atari. I think LEGO investors are hopefully going to make some money off of that set when it retires. There are likely quite a few nostalgic fans of it who have a disposable income and are willing to pay a premium for this set even after it retires. And it's a little pricey at $240, but it should be retiring soon and could be a great addition to someone's LEGO investing collection. Next up, we got this Ideas set. Nothing too special there. Then we get to the first few sets that I actually have in my collection. So the Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone. This set retailed for $80. I was able to actually get it for free, which was pretty great. But it retails for $80, and it's projected by the end of 2024 to be up at 92.5%, which is pretty good. And then the Office set, I have two of these in my collection. One of them is built, the other is still new in box, and I'm expecting these to do pretty well. I'm going to hold on to them for a while. I do think they'll end up being pretty well-performing investments. Then we get to the A-frame cabin, and then the BTS Dynamite. I'm probably not going to invest in either of those. Jurassic World sets. Some Jurassic World sets have done well. This one could do well. It has the dinosaur figure in it, which can be a good addition to the set. Then we get to the Sanctum Sanctorum. This one is from the Doctor Strange series, movies. And this one could do well. I generally steer clear of LEGO Marvel sets. I've had some bad experiences in the past, but there are certainly some of these that end up doing well. That one's more of a display piece. It's a little more pricey, so I could see it doing well. Brick Economy says it should, well, you guys can see on screen how it should end up by the end of 2024. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. There's a couple other Marvel sets here. We have the Rocket Mech armor, as well as the Hulk Mech armor. I think this Avengers Quinjet could be a good investment. The previous Quinjets have done pretty well. Let's actually click on that one, see what the projections are. We'll have to see, but it should be retiring fairly soon, towards the end of the year, so we still got a little while. Most of these sets are going to be retiring in, usually end up around the holidays, end of the year time. So we can see the previous Quinjets have gone up in value by a pretty good margin. I got the Quinjet aerial battle set for in 2012 or 2013, something like that. And it would be worth $103, so it's not an amazing return on investment, but it's certainly better than nothing. The one from 2019 has gone up in value by about 22%, so this one may not be the best investment, but the Quinjets seem to be somewhat reliable, safe investments. Next up, we get to a few other smaller LEGO Marvel sets. Guardians of the Galaxy headquarters set, the baby rocket ship, and a couple more. I think this Captain American shield set could be a pretty great investment. It's definitely more of a display piece, and so you're likely going to be able to sell it to adult fans of Legos, like I mentioned a few times, but they're likely going to be willing to pay a premium for that set. Next up, we get to the theme I am the most heavily invested in, and that is the LEGO Star Wars line. So we have this Millennium Falcon. This Millennium Falcon could do well. It doesn't have quite as iconic characters as some of the other ones, so that could be a deterrent for it, but could be a good investment. Let's see here which one of these I have in my collection. Currently none of these. So most of my LEGO Star Wars sets are already retired, but there's a couple of good ones here. The Mos Eisley Cantina, I could definitely see that one going up in value by a pretty good margin. And then the R2-D2, AT-AT, I have two smaller versions of the AT-AT that is already retired, and it's been a pretty good return on investment for me. Next up we get to the Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder set. I probably wouldn't invest in the AT-ST. That was a pretty disliked set in general. Felt like you weren't getting many pieces or characters for your dollars, so I probably wouldn't recommend investing in that one. But this Boba Fett starship could be a good way to start investing in LEGO if you have a pretty small bankroll. It's a cheap set, and you can probably get it on sale for 20% if you go searching for some deals. But that could be a good addition if you're starting new with LEGO investing. And then this Emperor's Throne Room and the Ender Speeder Chase diorama set, I think each of those could do great. Could be great additions to your LEGO investing collection. The Emperor's Throne Room probably was going to do a little bit more, do a little bit better, but we'll have to see what happens. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions about any of the LEGO sets I talked about today, and